just outside of Luning, Nevada, in Mineral County. This is the road that leads over by Gabbs, Nevada. This is a little dirt road. It's not much more than a little path. We're watching it pretty closely. It's all sandy, but it hasn't been very loose sand yet. So we're gonna see how far we can go on it. Don't want to get stuck out here.
Douglas is clearing out some of the rocks. We're kind of pushing it a little bit. We're not sure that we want to go over this or how far we're going to go, but we're going to try and go as far as we can. So he's pushing out some of the bigger rocks out of the way. Yeah, it's getting a little too rocky and too deep a sand. I don't know whether to go fast or slow, so we just parked it and left it on the road. I don't think anybody will bother it. There's nobody out here.
And so we're gonna walk the rest of the way. Well, at least we shaved off a few miles. Otherwise it would have been over 10 miles to walk, but the road's gotten too bad. But we want to get some exercise, so here we go. It's super quiet in the desert, but it's actually the perfect weather to be out here. There's no rattlesnakes in the sagebrush this time of year. It's just above freezing, but the sun's out and it's not windy, so it actually feels good walking along here. We're really enjoying this. That's Pilot Cone out in the distance. You can see a little alkali flat across there. There's one ranch in there over towards this area. Has some cattle, they raise some hay. That's kind of looking more towards the Gabbs area, that direction. So what do you think of our hike so far, Kelly?
Oh, I'm enjoying it.
This is beautiful weather out here in the desert, isn't it?
It's a really nice day. I
It
can
is
see
beautiful.
It's going to warm up. This jacket's probably going to be coming off.
Yeah, I'm glad we were able to cut off a few miles, even though we had to pull over because of the rocks and the sand.
It would have been a long
Yeah, I think it
hike.
would have been pushing over 10, 12 miles.
Yeah, that's a long ways.
Yeah. There's a steer in the distance that's looking at us. He was moving pretty quick. Now he's kind of watching me as I move along. So we're going to be heading up into that area over in there. There's that range steer. See him in the center of the screen? He's looking at us. I think he wants to join these other ones. They're located over in this area. It's hard to see them. There is a cattle operation over here though, in the distance by that mountain. Heading up into the hills. Just walking up to Kelly. Have to go down in this little wash. Good thing we didn't bring the car because I don't think we'd make it. It's a great panoramic view. Looking in the distance, we see the prominent peak called Pilot Peak, which is a good feature in the landscape to navigate when you're out in these areas. Right next to that is the Scheelite Mine, which we visited, and also the Rawhide Mine is near there. In the foreground, you can see a kind of a square patch. It looks like it's got some buildings right there. That actually is a geothermal plant, and that produces clean energy using geothermal out of the earth. And Mineral County, Nevada, we also have another solar plant that's over near the town of Luning. So it's nice to see the clean energy producers in the desert getting free energy for everybody.
Well, here's another trail.
Definitely a cattle trail, isn't it?
Yes, it definitely left evidence, so we know.
We're not alone out here. I'm enjoying this. It's nice.
It's beautiful out here. It's a strenuous walk, but an easy hike.
Yes. And the temperature's perfect for December, and we feel pretty good.
Yeah, I got both jackets off.
Well, there's the sign that says the Poinsettia Mine. Coming right up on it. What do you see, Kelly?
Pretty cool.
Oh yeah, look at that. Huh. It's right in the bottom of that wash.
Yeah, it is.
Now Ryan Canyon is over that direction. That'd be over by Walker Lake. And we're basically kind of east of there. There's the surrounding area. Pilot Cone in the distance. It's in pretty good shape. Now, weren't the Boy Scouts using this for a while?
Yeah, from what I understand, I don't know a lot about this Poinsettia Mine, but the Boy Scouts used it and kind of kept up the little cabins.
The Hawthorne
Yes,
Boy Scouts,
the
right.
Hawthorne ones.
Well, Gene and Hawthorne recommended that I come up here, and that was 2 years ago. I finally made it up here. Let's go check it out. We're just walking down into the mine area on the road. This is fairly popular with off-road vehicles. People coming up in here. Most people wouldn't walk, but we like to get exercise and go off the beaten path like we do. We sure enjoyed our walk. It wasn't bad at all. Looks like they've got some of the mine shafts covered up with big heavy steel bars to keep people out of there. I can see that from here. fire pit. Here's our first dwelling. Let's take a look. Huh. Pretty Spartan accommodations. We got some clay pigeons there for skeet shooting. Yeah, they've got concrete poured for that. Huh. Some of those are in bad shape over there. A little shelf with a screen on it. This one's got glass on the windows. Oh, this one's not too bad. I'd sleep in here if I was a Boy Scout. Sure. No wood stove left in it, but summertime would be all right. There's some money. Nice fire pit. Fun little spot. This one looks in pretty decent shape. Oh, it's still got a piano and a table. Door works. Yeah, skill. This is the kitchen. What do you think? You think you'd use this kitchen over here and make some cookies over here? I don't think it has any running water anymore. It's got batteries though, and it's got a frying pan. The cupboards are bare. Cupboards are bare. We got a few things up there. Got water. That's nice. Still have a view. I wonder how that got up here. Interesting, huh? Beautiful Poinsettia, Nevada. Looking at the gorgeous view out of the kitchen window. Recently remodeled cabin. Well, it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little better shape than I expected.
Yeah. Almost all the cabins have money on the wall. Not very much, but they do have money on the wall.
Well, there's $3 there.
Yeah. Fire extinguisher. Interesting graffiti. Got a screened porch. Those on the hill look pretty rough. These 3 cabins aren't bad.
I think the Boy Scouts tried to maintain these things for a while, and it's popular with off-roaders. They may stay in here or, stay near it or something. We walked up, but a lot of people could take their Jeeps or ATVs.
That's not our philosophy though, Kelly. We like doing things the hard way. That's how we roll.
That's usually what we do.
It's a nice little spot. You think I'd be happy living out here
You
doing
probably would.
the mine and
You might.
I don't have too many needs for socializing, do I?
No, you don't.
Nice fire pit. It's actually a pretty nice little spot. We've decided to have our lunch inside this cabin because it has chairs and a table.
I see lots of cigars around here and booze everywhere. I don't think it's the Boy Scouts using those.
We decided to use this table in the cabin here. Kelly just got through cleaning off the table really well. And what do we have today for lunch?
Well, we're going to have some sandwich rolls with, you're going to have chicken sandwiches, and we got some chips.
Homemade bread rolls.
Yes, homemade bread rolls.
Excellent. We're so lucky to have so many nice subscribers. So many people have been so generous and supportive of us, haven't they? Mm-hmm. Yeah, very nice. A lot of positivity. We appreciate it. Can't believe we're actually eating our lunch in one of these old cabins at the ghost town. Mm-hmm. Someone actually cleaned up the floor. It's not too dirty actually, and the chairs are comfortable and they're solid, so no complaints.
Yeah.
Is that your garden?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Douglas, he's cleaning up in here.
Don't want to leave a mess.
We've got to contribute some way.
Nice little cabin.
Yeah, it is.
Let's stop into the Mineral County Museum and see what information Kelly might have on the Poinsettia Mine. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Doug. How are you today?
What kind of information do you have on the Poinsettia Mine?
Well, let's go take a look. The Poinsettia Mine was also known as the Cinnabar Mine, and it was owned by Vet Baxter in about the 1930s, and it had a 175-foot shaft, and the ground became very soft and unstable, so it became too dangerous to work probably right away. It appears that the poinsettia may have had small bursts of activities in the 1940s. No businesses were ever established at the camp, but a watchman was hired to watch over the property when the miners moved away. Several houses remain at the camp, and the ruins, what appears to be a mill foundation, are there. There is an unmarked grave lined with rocks behind the house, and Vet Baxter was a longtime Gabbs Valley prospector, and he was born in Kansas on July 8th, 1881, and he must have came to Nevada in his early 20s, and he had taken out a claim at the Paradise Mountain as soon as 1907. Now, we hiked in that area on the Paradise Mountain a while back. He spent most of his working life in the valley, and in 1922 he discovered the fluorspar mine, which rewarded his mining perseverance. After he sold the fluorspar in 1952, he lived in a log cabin in the back of the mine in Gabbs, and he would walk to Gabbs for his mail and groceries.
Here's a really good picture of Bet Baxter.
Yeah, we don't have hardly nothing.
Hardly any pictures on it.
That's it. That was what.
What's that
that's
one?
the saloon that burned.
Oh, that's the saloon that burned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's a photo of the Poinsettia Cinnabar camp.
Yeah, you can see this photo was taken in 1972, and there's the 3 cabins that we saw yesterday. And then in the back, you see a few more buildings, and
Right.
that saloon was back in there somewhere. Doug, what did you find in your research?
Well, over there at the Poinsettia Mine, the ore body displays a lenticular or lens-shaped formation of unknown dimensions. The maximum depth was 200 feet. Now, there are 2 commercially viable elements that were mined there, and they're both related to mercury. The first was mercury, and the other one was cinnabar. Now, cinnabar, you might be wondering what cinnabar is. Cinnabar has been described as red, beautiful, and toxic. And it was actually used in, I think, cosmetics even in the past, in ancient times. It's a naturally occurring form of mercury sulfide. And the pigment from cinnabar is called vermilion. And sometimes the color vermilion, the term vermilion is used for that color. It's kind of a red, brick red color. And they take the cinnabar and they crush it and heat it, and they make vermilion from the cinnabar. Now, if it's overheated in this process, it becomes very dangerous. And it's the primary ore of mercury. So like I said before, it's very closely related to mercury. It's mercury sulfide. And today, most products that use that coloring are made with imitation materials. And the other important ore at the mine there was mercury. Now, mercury is also very toxic. And the thing about cinnabar, talking about cinnabar again too, is that cinnabar has several waste materials also, such as marcasite, sulfur, and pyrite. But mercury, if you've ever seen mercury in a thermometer, it's like a liquid metal. You could actually put it in your hand and roll it around in your hand, but your body would absorb the mercury. The mercury is very toxic. It's used for scientific research. Mercury is also used for dental fillings, fluorescent light bulbs, thermometers, mirrors, batteries, paints, and it's also a catalyst for the chemical industry. And what's interesting is that being that gold was such an important endeavor in mining to find gold, mercury is used to extract gold. And what is done is the mercury dissolves the gold in the gold ore. And then you boil out the mercury and you're left with the gold. But the problem is that you have all this mercury that's polluting the landscape. A good example would be in the Mother Lode country, on the western slope of the Sierra. A lot of the streams, such as like Sutter Creek and so forth, will have mercury in the stream bed from the gold extracting process using mercury.
There was an area out there, and if you remember, there was a pile of lumber and a burned building that had been out there. That was the old saloon, and now it was never open for business. It was just something that he used privately, probably for his miner friends or his buddies or whatever.
So kind of like a little good old boys clubhouse or
Men's
something?
club, yeah.
It
that
seems
kind
like
of thing.
that there's been a lot of that going on over the years. I mean, the Boy Scouts weren't doing that, but I think some of the four-wheelers come out there and just, have a cigar, have a barbecue, have a fire, look at the stars, have something like
That's
a little
right.
corn liquor or whatever,
Yeah,
some
and
beer,
there was quite a bit of liquor bottles, quite a few places
So,
around
no
there.
harm done. They keep it clean, so that's fine.
right.
We're just gonna wander around the ghost town after lunch. Go across this nice bridge the Boy Scouts probably built. Is it stable?
Yeah, it feels pretty solid. I'm
Yeah.
kind of just
Testing it out. Whoa. Well, it goes way down in there. Whew.
Yeah, I'm glad they put a grate on
Yeah.
it.
Looking in there. Oh, it's deep, deep. That's kind of spooky.
Ew, it's really spooky. Not just kind of. Yuck, I'm scared of that thing. I was amazed that people climb down in those things. There's no way I would do that.
Yeah.
No way.
I'm too claustrophobic to do that. I don't even like
Like
crawling underneath the house.
It's creepy.
Is it scary deep?
Yeah, there's no way I'm going down
That one scared you too?
Yeah, no.
Woo! It is deep. Isn't that amazing? Wow. Look at all the mine tailings. It's like it made like its own little hills in here.
Shaft right there, too. Some sort of vent.
Right. It's very small. Very small, very remote. It's a little wash that goes through. I think that barrel we saw out in the desert came up from here.
It probably did.
Yeah.
Because look, there's something similar looking right there.
Yeah. Interesting. You go down the side of the hill. Huh. Look at this. I wonder if these bricks here are like kiln fired type bricks, these yellow ones. Maybe that's for the heat. This wash goes right through the ghost town. Let's see where it goes. Looks like there's some fresh diggings over there, Kelly. Right up in there. Let's go take a look. That's where we walked up from, way down there. And here's the little ghost town right around the corner in the distance. Oh, range cattle have been walking through here. Well, I guess not. It's just how it eroded. It's not new digging. We're just following the cow trail. We thought this was a recent digging site, but just the way the erosion played out on it. It's interesting though. Let's go a little farther just since we're up here. If we find anything. There's Kellie. She said she's gonna walk up the ravine into the ghost town. There's Kellie, way down there in the ravine. It's interesting how the bricks always just seem to turn back into dust again.
Yeah, they do.
There's those tailing piles. You can see the tailing piles are kind of a sulfur yellow.
that's really
I
sulfur.
wonder if it smells like sulfur.
The rotten egg smell.
No, not really.
I don't think it smells at all.
Uh-uh.
It smells like dirt.
Climbing out of this wash. Very quiet here. Still some firewood. I think this one is in the worst shape. It's got that siding, that same siding that we saw on the supervisor's cabin in Nivlock, Nevada.
Yeah.
I think that's from the mid 40s. I had that on my house. And my house is from, I think, 1945, 1943. So that's new on the top. Looks like they tried to fix this one up for the Boy Scouts, but it's kind of been vandalized, I think. Through the door. Does the door still move? No, it's stuck. It's like a chicken coop back here. Oh, it's got like a little sink in here. It's
sink?
very, very rustic. See the little sink? At one time.
Oh, yeah.
It's just cobbled together. This one here kind of looks like a poultry shed or something. It's got, but these are like nest boxes for chickens. I know that much. And it's got kind of chicken wire. I think they had poultry in here. What's this right here? Let's see if it opens up. If I can get it in one hand. Oh.
Booze.
Oh, it's a booze. It's a booze stash. Okay. For emergencies, I guess.
It says Commonsboro Steel and Iron Works. That building there is just barely holding together whatever that was.
Right. I think the off-roaders come up here and do a little visiting and socializing,
I
maybe
think they do too.
beer drinking and so forth.
Yeah, they
Just
leave
having a good
something,
time.
take something.
Yeah,
But, you know, they
nothing
kind
wrong
of
with that.
keep it in good shape.
Yeah, fun place to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And I see they've got some complimentary firewood over there. Pretty good amount. Yeah, fun spot. We're probably one of the few people that have actually walked up here.
Oh yeah, most people
Yeah.
probably bring in their ATVs.
We're all about exercise, though. We like to keep in shape.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that one. It looks like a dugout or something.
Into the ground.
Yeah, it looks like something you'd see in the prairies back in the day, like in Nebraska or something.
To keep things cool.
Yeah. It's like maybe a root cellar. I think it is a cellar. It's a storage cellar. Yeah, for food. Oh yeah. Look at that. See all the shelves? So you can put, yeah. You can put your canned goods on the shelves and your bags of carrots and all your good stuff. That's what that is. That's neat. These never really go out of style.
No,
You can use those.
putting them back in.
Yeah. Take a look. That's actually a pretty well constructed root cellar.
It's holding up fairly well. You can tell it's been a while.
Yeah.
Pack rats have moved in really
Yeah.
They thought it was a pretty good structure too.
I got some pretty rocks in there. Here's looks like a grave marker. I don't see. Maybe it's an unmarked grave.
Could be.
Well, I bet you there's somebody buried there, because people don't do that in the desert. We have rocks like that, and there's actually somebody there. So just don't know who's buried there.
Yeah.
I think that's a real grave.
It could be. Maybe
Yeah.
the original mine owner, something like that.
Right. Like I said, it had a wooden plaque. You need to have stone, and then it'll last through the years better.
Yeah.
Let's go up here just a little ways and get another perspective on the town.
Okay.
Watch out, there's some kind of a sinkhole. Here's the other side of the little town. It looks like someone put an old propane tank up against this little hill as a backstop and was using it for target practice, honing their skills before hunting season. It's just a gorgeous, beautiful winter day in the desert. No bugs, it's not cold, it's not hot, it's really, really pleasant. I like the contrast of colors with the clay and the sand and everything.
Yeah, it's got this strange, almost like a cement.
Uh-huh. Look at that she found.
They're all over the place over there.
Huh.
Little crystals.
Yeah. I see some of those crystals. I see them glistening.
Yeah, they're all
See it? They're in the tailing pile. There's one right there. Oh. Oh, yeah. Huh.
Yeah,
Oh, there's another.
Yeah, that's how it is. Tons of them.
Kind of pretty. Well, that came from deep in the earth. Look at that big chunky one.
Yeah, that's a good one there.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to ask my gold prospector friend Richard what those are. He'll know. Whoever really knows what's still left inside under the earth. No one's dug up the whole world yet. This ghost town of Poinsettia, the old mine, it sure surprised me. It was really interesting coming up here, wasn't it?
Yeah, I liked this one. It was just a little bit more than what I expected.
We're getting ready to walk back. We don't mind walking back. We were just talking about how important exercise is. It's actually a pleasant walk. I see your car out in the desert.
Barely, I see a sparkle.
Way out there. There it is. Well, about halfway there.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Well, we ended up walking 8.2 miles round trip to the old mine. And here's the long-awaited cookie clip. What do we have this week, Kelly?
We have almond cookies.
Almond cookies.
Yeah, in Chinese
Ooh.
tradition, almond cookies are good luck.
Oh, I should like these. I love marzipan, so yummy. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now we got mail call.
Well, everybody, I got this really cool badge you can see, and it says Fugitive Recovery Agent. Fugitive Recovery Agent. And this was made by Steve, and we all know he lives up most of the year up at Twin Lakes in the California side, and is really handy artisan. Thank you so much, Steve. I'm not sure where I'm gonna wear this next time I'm looking for some fugitive, but it's pretty cool. Thank you. And then we got something in the mail, and this is from my fisherman friend Andy. He's kind of in the Long Beach area and down there, and we've gone fishing with him this past summer. And look what he got me: a GoPro. No more riding my bicycle holding one hand and trying to stay on the trail. So I haven't had a chance to really check it out yet, but he got me a real top-notch GoPro. So thank you so much, Andy. We really appreciate you and your wife, and we hope to see you next summer. Thank you, everybody. And I just wanted to mention, there's so many nice people that we have as subscribers, and people are so generous to us and just very encouraging. And other people too have sent gas money, such as Charles, also in California, and also Jennifer, who's always sending some money for gasoline, so I can do these videos for everybody. So thank you, everybody, and sure appreciate your support. What do you think, Kelly?
Yeah, wear it like a badge.
Yeah. You know who I'm looking for?
A fugitive.
No, I'm looking for Gavin Newsom. We're coming for you.